Hello, my fellow Gargoyles. Welcome back to some more U.S. President's Play FNAF at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night, Part 3 and 4 this time. Yeah, so far, not really that scary so far, but who knows, maybe I can get a jump scare this time. Anyway, link in the description below for the channel and the 2 videos I'm going to react to, just in case you want to check it out by yourself. Without further ado, here we go in 3, 2, 1, go!
This will be really quick, but we apologize for the inconvenience that we caused with the audio.
The audio issue that you caused.
Specifics don't matter, Don. The original video is available for members if for some reason you want to see Joe have a schizophrenia episode. Besides that, enjoy the video with actual audio.
So we're back to get our leg hair feasted on like it's Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Will we
goody.
make it past the
Spring
first
trapped.
minute? After all, I don't know, with everything treating us like a coughing baby.
This is actually one of the more easier difficulties in this game. However, unlike the past game modes, this one will be required to use the vent cameras, just like the third game.
Isn't that just fine and dandy? I have Crab Trap, the prequel, and Crab Trap, the sequel, after me.
It'll most likely be after me because you'll go and cause us 7 years of bad luck with the way you handle your anger.
Bathroom mirrors are $100, but my mental stability is priceless.
It's a good thing I didn't invest in either.
So, do you want to handle the kitchen for now, Donald?
Well, if Obama does, a chef might die, so it looks like I'm going to have to.
Oh, come on now.
Okay, unlike our other attempts, the world's best security guard
Cupcake's
evaluated
already
his
in here.
strategy with this challenge and now understands the detrimental path that lays ahead of him.
Why are you talking about
Oh my
yourself in
God.
third person?
I thought I was the only one that noticed that. It's an interesting quirk of his, if I'm being honest.
I wanted to mention something, if that was all right, Joe.
Oh?
Yeah. So you said that this had nothing to do with lore. But I
wait,
looked
the
into
vent. What's in the
comments and they
vent?
said it has a little bit to do with William
Yeah,
Afton.
see that little guy right
so
there?
I really don't know what to think right now.
I thought we were done with Count Dracula.
Well, this is speculated to be almost a purgatory for William Afton after he finally gets sent to the grave. It's practically a punishment for all he's done.
So you're telling me that we're actually playing as him in this game?
That is the assumption, yes. I believe it's also confirmed somewhere as well, but I can't remember the media in which does that.
Of course, we would play as the guy who sounds like he smokes Marlboros like they're peppermint candy. No wonder they're after our hides.
How are you calmly managing all of this, Donald?
Fuck just
It's quite
happened.
the opposite from what I saw last time.
Shut up, Mangle. I don't need to hear you getting piped down by the Energizer Bunny.
I forgot we have to deal with the whir of a mini fridge. I'll just wait until the yammering is done.
It's done now, at least. I told you the reason why I'm doing so good is because I'm the world's best security guard, the very
Spring
best.
trap come in.
Kind of also helps to know what he's doing, at least. A very rare occurrence when Donald puffs all the wind into his sails.
But it's still
worked
1
for
a.m.
himself.
and he's about to go
It's
to fucking
something,
50s per
Especially
percent.
because we haven't even gotten to 2 a.m. before we get swallowed and used as toothpicks by our furry friends.
How did Springtrap get through? The vent was closed. Well, now
So
I'm
he's
dead.
dead.
He got through the vent? Well, never mind.
That's a better jump scare than his last one.
I'm not going to let you do your little
But it
victory
still didn't get
Scourge.
me.
Come back on the court, Springtrap, and this time, let's go for a one-on-one three-point shot.
That's a weird question, but I wouldn't mind seeing that. Front row seats to Donald getting crossed in basketball by a cereal mascot.
Fighting for your life is one thing, but trying to throw it up in a hoop is a bit of a silly question.
You're telling me I'm not balling, Joe? They used to call me LaDon James. Know that you're in the presence of the world's best basketball hooper.
Donald, they never called you that.
No.
The only time you stepped onto a court was to give speeches about making America great again.
That shows you how big of a baller I am. I wasn't even in uniform, and I was scoring points left and right for this country. Someone put me in the Hall of Fame because I'm the man of the game.
What does this have to do with you going head-to-head with Springtrap?
What does this have to do with anything? I don't want to be at the forefront of the gut punch when Donald's ego gets the better of him.
I would say this is what Exhibit A looks like, but
What the
it's
hell
not
does
like
that
we
even
were doing
do?
any better to begin with. Besides, I wasn't even playing.
All I ask is for some momentary solitude, and I can't even get that. If it's not Mangle, it's this worthless bucket of Bolt's balloon boy that wants to do nothing but nibble on my shin like a prairie dog.
I'm surprised you haven't suggested trying to deassemble these machines.
I would if I could, trust me. Balloon
Oh,
boy,
there-
I
yeah, I
really hope
see
William Afton
Springtrap.
was the worst to you, and I'm being serious.
There's spring trap
Before
right there in the
Springtrap
vent.
comes to jump inside my skin, I hope he uses you as a poop pan for his intestines.
I don't think Mangle liked that comment very much.
Of course she wouldn't. She's a pooper scooper herself. She's the claw machine that grabs the trash cans from the street. I hate all of you guys. Do you hear me?
Well, if there's a positive
Damn.
spin to put on this washing cycle, at least we made it past 2 in the morning. That's something, right?
Not even because this stupid toaster doesn't stop his voice box when I jam my foot in his mouth. Where's the tactical nuke when you need it?
We knew it was insanity going into it. By the way, female balloon boy is down in the other vent.
If the lights didn't...
I always come.
Wait, he always what?
Like I said, the micromanagement skills that are needed for this challenge are not as bad as other challenges, so it's easier to be more successful. I also see that your preparation did you well, because you seem more composed this time, Donald.
I don't have an option when I have a blitz battle to fight off against the merry-go-round of appliances. My knuckles also hurt from beating glass objects into soul shards.
It's incredible that we still have more games after this. This seems like the ultimate testament to our skills.
And I might be dead again. Yeah, easier micromanagement skills, Joe. I'd like to see you handle this. What the... Ha!
I guess all that talk about recycling doesn't sit too fond with trash and the gang.
Yeah, they tend to do that every now and then. The good thing is that it's just similar to the phantom jump scares. They can't really harm you or anything.
It's just basically a hot flash that has you seeing stars.
Close the thing. There you go.
Although, I think there's a basket implant on Donald's face now.
How has it only been a single minute? This game is Dave and Buster's mixed with zombies, and somehow we're stuck in the hyperbolic time chamber. I hate this makeshift porta-potty restaurant we're in.
I wonder how much
There
we
you
would
go.
get paid for this if it was
I was
available on the
wondering how
market.
Springtrap got there.
Certainly, it has to be at least enough to rent out a townhouse or something.
We get paid in Little Caesar leftovers and some stale Pepsi that came from a 2-liter bottle, and not the good 2-liter bottle, the type where the soda seeped near the cap, and it's just dried syrup.
How do you even come up with stuff like that on the spot? You're playing a game where you're babysitting angry and vengeful spirits like Ghostbusters, and you can just sit there and make quips.
Not without a high prize. Look at his power right now, and it's only 2 a.m. Let's just
Yeah.
hope Don is able to reel it back in.
I mean, it's almost 3
That's
a.m.,
the
but
thing about this
still.
game. Power balance is super difficult. As
You're
Balloon
not
Boy is
kidding
probably
there.
laughing at his failures as we speak.
Well, if he's laughing like
Just
that, he's
pop
probably
like a
looking at a
balloon.
mockery of what the United States is doing to itself.
I just let the interns do what the interns want to do. It's not my job to be their babysitters. I'm here to play horror games.
Joe, I think I have to ask this question that comes to mind
The
because
vent,
it's
the
been
vent,
so
the
prevalent
vent, the vent.
as of recently, especially when you look at the workload you've been burdened with as of lately.
Well, you can't just sit there like we're playing pin the tail on the donkey.
I see what you did there. I'll admit that's clever, Joe. Very clever.
Thanks.
Springtrap,
Anyways, what's your
Springtrap. Oh,
question,
you got the
Rob?
door closed. Cool.
With all the work that you did for this channel, all the sleepless nights practically, is it safe to say that you put more work into this channel than your presidency? I understand you're a hard-working man, but sometimes it's easy to see.
I would answer it for him if Balloon Boy would shut up, and I'm at 6%. Are you serious?
You were
yeah,
at 40
how?
just a second ago. Wow, that drains fast.
Yeah,
I'm
like
dead.
what
I'm
the
so
f-
dead. The parrot? Why did I die from that?
Sometimes
Why does Scott Cawthon have this burning, visceral hatred towards me? He can donate to funds, but has to stop the world's best security guard to win.
Sounds like you're giving up after just 3 tries. Is that right, Don?
The world's best security guard never quits.
And he just closed the laptop.
Okay, on to episode 4. Let's get into it in 3, 2, 1, go!
Time to grease up our oil holes again for how deep we're going to get slammed.
So I will mention
Yikes.
that even though the last challenge was on the easier side, don't expect the same for this challenge.
I didn't count on that, thankfully.
Of course, now that we're up, all of my old gravestones are coming back to harass the world's best security guard.
Well, look at the bright side, Donald. Your favorite phallic-inducing bird is back.
What do you mean by that?
He's talking about Toy Chica, Donald. Context clues shouldn't be seen with a magnifying glass.
It's been literal months. Can't you Democratic donkeys let
okay, I
a
get the
single
audio.
joke slide?
Interest,
I thought the weight
problems
jokes
they've
would
been
have
having.
told you that, Donald.
Time to get used to having my heart ripped out of my chest.
I know it's self-explanatory by the title, but these are all old animatronics, right? And since Marionette is in the game, we have to wind up the music box, right? I guess I'll have to wait for my question to be answered.
And within the matter of 13 seconds, I've been
Kind of
gutted
a
and
jump
sauteed
scare,
like a
but
mahi fish.
whatever.
At least you're not as angry as you used to be.
Yeah, because if I get too loud, the microphone might get unplugged and I'll pop my shoe into the laptop screen.
We already saw this coming, Joe. But some fans are dubbing the past incident as the Mike of 24.
Chica's about to make me throw in a sequel to that, by the way.
Gentlemen, with all due respect, it would help if you would take a look at what each animatronic does. I thought I wouldn't have to clarify this because Donald says he did research, but I guess I was mistaken.
Well, this is catastrophic. No wonder everyone was getting angry in the comments. Don couldn't get past the 15 seconds in a marathon, let alone custom night.
You dare
What?
question the intelligence of the world's best security guard? I don't need any backseat passengers telling me what to do, thank you very much.
Donald, quit stomping around and just go to the menu. Japan doesn't need another earthquake.
Go up to Freddy and read off what it says.
He approaches from the left hall. Keep track of him on the monitor and shut the door when he is standing on the doorway. He moves faster as the building gets warmer.
So you're telling me that you haven't even glanced at the instructions, even when they were right there on the screen?
Now that you mention it, I was fairly concerned how he supposedly had a strategy, yet was failing only a few seconds into the night.
Can't hear you over the sound of barbed wire being put up between us.
No wonder you like to sit on the fence.
Is this why I was getting fondled by Chica? If it's not on the shuffle option, she lubes me up like swimwear? Are you kidding me?
Donald, this could have been all avoided if you actually paid attention to what you should have been doing. Too much confidence in your strategy that somehow neglected what the animatronics do.
But to be fair, you're picking the challenges so they're already set to whatever number of difficulty. Can you really blame that, though? If you already select the challenges, what's the point looking at the animatronics? I don't know. I'm just, whatever.
No wonder everyone was throwing coffee mugs at us in the comments. We didn't even actually play the game.
I'm reading about that now. Just keep quiet and go talk about safety awareness or something.
He's not the one I had to take the gun away from.
All right. The world's best security guard is ready to go back into the ring once more. You may have heard that before, but let me assure you, I will not allow these creaky coffee makers to spew insults after clapping my cheeks.
Listen, as long as you don't unplug anything while you drop kick the mouse pad, then I don't care. I'm trying to minimize the audio issues we have from now on.
So is this where you put effort into damage control? The audio issues?
So that's why Karine is always the one addressing press now when something goes south.
Yeah, I have to put my attention and focus into prospects that matter, like playing horror games.
I'm sorry, I've got to ask this. Has something seemed off to you guys as of recently?
What do you mean?
Can't hear you, trying to focus.
I don't know. I just feel like something has been missing recently. You know that feeling, Joe?
I think I know what you're talking about, but be more specific. What feeling?
Jesus.
Well, yeah, what do I say it? Like almost nothing changed at all, yet it changed so much.
If you have a nostalgia kick, I can bring back the age jokes and the wife jokes if that's what you're missing. Looks like Bonnie wants it too, the way he's trying to rub one off on me.
I wouldn't really say that. I just think something's missing. Maybe it's because we rarely cuss anymore, or we also don't include as much political talk as we used to.
You want me to mention how Abbott is defending the future of this country? Or how DeSantis is a shriveled raisin prune of a man? Or how Vivek has finally owned up to the truth? Obama, I'm focused right now.
Well, now that you're not focused,
Okay.
and since Freddy's teabagging your lifeless skeleton, what do you have to say?
Since Joe wants to put sanctions on the American people, I guess that leaves me with no choice but to put him in front of a folding chair and karate kick him.
What?
What?
Huh?
I'm just going to talk for the people that are watching us. Our mics didn't break. They're just oddly doing that old people stare at each other.
How many Joe Bidens does it take to change a light bulb?
How many Donald Trumps does it take to eat a dinner box?
How many senile presidents does it take to realize we're staring at a blank screen? What are we even doing right now?
I
You guys
don't
remember
know.
when I said one joke about Donald and he kicked me in the face like a horse?
Wish we could turn back time to the good old days.
Going back to what you were saying where something is off, I think political tensions don't really assist in our friendship. Some of these situations can affect thousands of people. Good, hardworking people. It's natural where there's an off environment.
It's on and off. Sometimes I look at Joe as a decent human being. Other times, an armadillo curled up in the fetal position looks like more of a president than he does.
I don't know if the insult is really necessary there.
Well, Balloon Boy's having a hoot at it because he won't shut up.
Like that. Where did your hatred for Balloon Boy go? You used to light up like a Roman candle, and now
That's
it just
true.
seems passive-aggressive.
After almost getting audited for damage claims, you really doubt my anger issues after losing so many times, Obama? It's not even scaring me anymore. It's just making me want to drive my fist the deepest it can go through this port.
Well, there's the shouting that I asked for, if you want to call it that.
The point still stands that
Yeah,
the
but
only
it sounds
thing
like
that
the actual
changes around
person,
us
not
is
Donald
ourselves.
now.
And the perception that we hold is that nothing is as good as the old days. Funny enough, we'll be doing that with these times in the future.
That is probably the best answer I could have heard. Not to sound like a Donald or anything, but I'm surprised that there wasn't a vomit of words there.
Yeah, because it's my fault I want to determine the legitimacy of what someone is saying and not for it to be mumbo-jumbo.
I think it might be a combination of large crowds and old age, if you will.
Milk starts to expire the second it launches from a cow's udder. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We need sharp-minded people running this country. Very sharp.
Don, you might want to get that.
Way ahead of you, Obama.
Dead.
Remember what I said about being a backseat gamer? Let the world's best security guard work his magic. Thank you
How?
very much.
I will say that never gets old.
That game was totally rigged.
The irony, that is, our constant fails are getting old, or rather, Don's constant fails.
Listen, I'm the only one trying out of this entire bingo club, and I got someone who wants to work in Whole Foods on one end, and an old man that needs help around Whole Foods on the other.
Are you frustrated enough that you want to quit or something?
This is the same copy-paste story from last few episodes, and I even looked at the descriptions. This game treats my image like it's Little Orphan Annie on O Block.
You are really good at not answering the question.
I'm not going out like that. There has to be some way to conquer this game. One way or another, I will get through this. That's it. I'm moving to Texas.
Okay then. Okay then. Shit. Yeah, they're just bored. I think Freddy got me for sure, but it's just annoying. It's just annoying. There's nothing really special there. I think all the scary elements is just like everything's there. It's a clusterfuck. And it's just like, I don't know. I think the scare factor's gone at this game so far. I don't know. But anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed that, be sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. And also ring that notification bell to be notified what I do on this channel. And I'll see you guys next time when we finish up Ultimate Custom and Night. Whatever. Anyway, see you guys next time.